Hey guys, so it's maintenance day. I figured let me record this because content, we gotta stay consistent. I'm gonna do nails first and then we're gonna tackle this hair. Have I had this a month? Something like that. So doing the front over definitely gave me like an extra 2 weeks and I loved it, but it's time to go. So we're gonna do the classic red again. I feel like red has become kind of my signature look now. I used to only wear nude nails and then I got into my little French tip era and now I've been stuck on the red for the last year or two. Of course, everything that I use will be linked below. I'm gonna show you how you can get 2 to 3 weeks, sometimes even longer, with your press on. First and foremost, you need a nail drill. These are very affordable. This was under $30 on Amazon, but you absolutely need this. This is going to take away the shine on the nail and also rough it up a little bit so that your press-ons can stick a little bit better. And then what I like to do is just go in with plain alcohol. I just put it in a spray bottle. I like to spray my nails really good. Do you like what you... I've been stuck on Shaka Khan ever since her colors video came out. Shaka is my girl, honey, and she's from Chicago too. Nails are nice and dry. Now we're gonna dehydrate the nail. This is just gonna further dry out the nail and prep for your glue. The alcohol really isn't necessary if you have a dehydrator, but I just do both and I don't have any issues with my nails popping off. I hate to be out somewhere and my nail pops off, my whole day is ruined. Use your favorite nail extensions. I like to go for a plain clear extension when I wear my red nails. It's just easier, and I'm an almond girl. I've been an almond girl since forever. And I like short to medium length. This one I've recently been wearing is from Beetles. It's like an orangey red, very close to, I think, Ferrari red by OPI, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, I'll link some of my favorite red polishes down below. My thumb is slightly too big, so I like to just kind of shape the size here, just so that they can fit nice and flush. So yeah, quick update. I moved out of my salon suite on Friday, and then school started this week. So this has been the first week that I've had like just free time during the day, and it feels kind of good. I ain't gonna lie, like I was not looking forward to school starting back so soon, only because this summer went by so fast. Like if you're in Georgia, it rained the entire summer here, literally. Like we didn't do any traveling. We barely did any pool days. We didn't do a whole lot of outdoorsy stuff because it rained the whole summer. Anywho, so I had a few questions, like people like, oh, are you sad? Do you feel away? A little. I really, really loved the space. It was just super chill, very clean and like chill environment. I absolutely love the space. It was super convenient as well. So yes, in that aspect, I will very much miss the space, but it's not like I'm not doing hair anymore. I'm just doing mobile appointments only. So I'm looking forward to embark on that again, because that is actually what I did when I finished hair school. I only did travel work. Well, at first I took clients at my house, and then I started doing mobile work, and I loved it. I was doing weddings and photo shoots, and it was really fun. I loved it, and I am someone who likes a change of scenery every now and then, so it was nice to be able to kind of explore the city, see different parts of town, different neighborhoods and things like that. So I really enjoy mobile services, but I really want to hone in on getting into the content again, because you guys have been saying like, girl, you need to vlog, like don't overthink it. I think I was just overthinking the content because of course YouTube has changed a lot and you do have to pivot. So of course, like how many tutorials can you do? How many hair videos or whatever can you do? That was something that I don't want to say was difficult to pivot, but it also, I just didn't kind of know, like, okay, what do I share? And of course, vlogging took over, and I could never really get with vlogging. Like, I watched them, but me filming my day-to-day just didn't seem very entertaining to me. But if that means I have to do it to stay connected with my audience, I'm willing to do it. So here we are, doing a little maintenance day. Now I'm going in with the absolute best glue on the market. This is a amazing nail glue, okay? So all I do is I'll put 1 to 2 drops dot on each nail, and then I just spread the glue around, make sure there's even coverage. I pop it on, hold it for 20 to 30 seconds, and then move on to the next nail. But yeah, you guys comment below like what you want to see from me. Do you want to just see the day-to-days? Are you guys interested in the fitness stuff? Like, I think I've asked you that before. Like, are you guys interested in fitness content? I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of fitness influencers, and I've started my fitness journey like serious about 4 years ago, and I just fell in love. I've always been pretty active. Like, I would take walks here and there and do home workouts, but like wanting to go into the gym and weight train is something that I like really took serious within the last few years, and I've just fallen so in love with it. Now, I started by going to the classes, and every time I would go to the classes, people would be like, are you the teacher? Are you the instructor? And I'm like, okay, what is God trying to tell me I need to pivot and do fitness? But I'm like, no, this is something that is just for me. And I feel like if I make it a job, then it will probably take away the sacredness of the gym for me. So that's why I never really got into like trying to teach fitness. It's really truly just trial and error, but I will definitely share what I am doing. Now I want to just lean out just a tiny bit, and when I tell you a tiny bit, literally a tiny bit, because of course on the outside looking in, people are like, girl, what weight do you want to lose? It's not like I'm trying to lose weight. I just want to lean out. And once you get heavy into fitness, it's so easy to like move the needle a little bit in the goal and the look that you want, because I feel like I actually preferred how I looked before I started working out. But like I said, I had no muscle, no definition. I was just slim, just like a little slim thick, you know. But now I'm a little thicker and I got muscle. So then I'm like, actually, I think I like the lean look. So it's so crazy how you do become much more critical about your body when you're in the gym 4 to 5 days a week. It just is what it is. And then you bulk up, and then you lean out, and then, oh, I want to be a little more muscular, or I want to be a little bit more lean. That's kind of where I am now. Like I said, my goal is not a certain weight, but a look. And the look that I want is, I do want a more like defined look, but I just want to look so good that people just automatically see me and they say, she look like she be in that gym. Because when I see people like certain women and their body is like tip top, you also look at them too like, man, they really care about their health. I am gonna go on a little bit of a cut. I guess I'll share that journey with you guys. I would say my diet right now isn't horrible, but I am a snacker. I love snacks. I can eat a healthy meal, but after that meal, I want some chips. I wouldn't say I'm a heavy carb girl because I don't eat a lot of breads at home, but I love rice and I love fries. One day I looked at the calories and I was like, oh my God, a large fry is 700 calories. I literally just ate a meal's worth of calories in one fry. I don't eat out that much. I cook a lot. So it's okay to indulge here and there, but the thought of eating 700 calories in a fry and then you're not full, you know what I'm saying? Like me, I can eat a large fry and I still want something else, you know? It's just making better decisions. Instead of doing the large fry, we could do the small, okay? So yeah, I'm gonna share little bits and pieces of what I'll be doing to cut back. One definitely will be coffee. I was never a coffee girl, but within the last like year or two, I've been growing to actually really like coffee. But coffee, especially if you're into fitness, if it's not black, you're just drinking sugar. And I think it's not the coffee that I like, it's the creamer. And I'm not drinking black coffee. So I'm probably gonna cut coffee. Also, coffee raises your cortisol levels, keeps the stress levels high, which makes it harder to lose weight. Now nails are on. I'm just going to buff away that shiny coat. Say all of that, I am gonna cut back on the weights. I found that when I first started working out, I did a lot of like Pilates style workouts, body weights exercises, and strength training. Like the body weight is very, very different than weights. Strength training, your body weight is much harder. argue with me in the comments. I'm gonna be incorporating that. I recently started doing Christina Gerard's videos. Her sculpting videos are a beast and they hurts, and I be struggling because I'm like, oh, this is gonna be easy. They're only using little 5-pound weights. I'm in the gym, like I can easily carry a 35-pound weight across the gym, no problem. Girl, them workouts had me dying. Cause I'm looking back, like my favorite pictures is when I went to Mexico a few years ago. At this point, I was in the gym for maybe like 6 months. My body was so T. And I was looking back like, damn, what was I doing? Pilates, strength training, calisthenics. Like, anyway, let's get back into the nails. She wasn't on a roller, she was on a roller. She the dark skin girl, she the light skin cool. Yeah, she you. She the light skin girl, and the light skin cool. Can't know the 3 house to say this bitch. Oh man, I forgot to put on my UV gloves. I highly recommend, if you're doing this often, to wear the UV gloves. If not, put on some sunscreen. I forgot to do both.
Your house. I love a hit and run. Okay. I love a hit and run. And also some of the
we're done. So yes, thanks for hanging with me. Next is to take down this hair. I don't know what I want to do next. I think I'm going to give braids a break because I did notice a little bit of breakage here in the front when I redid it again. So I was like, yeah, let me not rip out the little bit of edges I got left. Now these would be better if I had braids, but for now we're on a time crunch, okay? I have to pick my son up from school.
Every second, every minute, man, I swear that she can get it.
Like I said, for now they're okay, but these type of clips are best installed with a little anchor braid.
I'm talking about dark go.
I recognize your fragrance. Hold up, you ain't never gotta say shit. And I know your taste is a little bit high maintenance. Everybody else basic. You live life on an everyday basis with poetic justice. Poetic justice. If I told you that a flower bloomed in a dark room, would you trust it? I mean, I write poems in these songs dedicated to you when you're in the mood for empathy. Is blood in my pen. Better yet, with your friends and them. I really wanna know you off. I really wanna show you off. Fuck that. Pour up plenty of champagne. Cold nights when you curse this name. You called up your girlfriends and your girl in that little bitty range.
Now these aren't my favorite clips. I will link these, but they're not my favorite. They eventually do snag on the hair, so this is something you want to do like very, very temporary. You don't want to wear these clips for weeks on end because yes, it will snag your hair. yes, this is cute. Real cute and simple, you know. I haven't worn clip-ins in a while, but I didn't want to put on a wig. Especially, I don't like to braid my hair right after braids and a relaxer. I did relax my hair. So, this is what it's gonna be for a few weeks.